Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will go through some numericals related to the stress distribution in soil. We have covered the theory part for this topic. Now we are covering few GATE numericals that were asked in previous year questions. So the first question says that consider a square shaped area ABCD on the ground with its center at M as shown in the figure. For 4 concentrated vertical loads of P equals to 5000 kN are applied on this area, one at each corner. Now you are asked to calculate the vertical stress increment in kilopascal due to these loads according to the Boussinesq's equation at a point 5 meter right below M. So the diagram that is given in the question is, you are given with a square and the side of the square is of 4 meters and there is application of load at each corner and it is equal to P. All the loads are equal to P. Now you are asked to calculate the increment in stress at the point that is 5 meters below the center. This is M and the Z, the depth is 5 meters. Now see, in Boussinesq's equation, what do you require? You require a Q, you require R. What will be R? See, there are 4 point loads. The point loads are equal in magnitude, but they are applied in different corners. Now see, the distance R is equal for both these points. So if we calculate the stress increment due to any one load, then what we have to do to calculate it for 4 loads? We just have to multiply it by 4. The stress increment due to this load and this load and this load and this load will be equal, since Z is equal as well as R is equal. So what do we require to calculate? We require to calculate stress increment due to one load and we have to multiply it by a factor of 4. So let us begin. We are given P equals to 5000 kilonewton. It is in kilonewton and we require to calculate the stress in kilonewton per meter square, that means kilopascal. So let us apply the Boussinesq's equation. It is equal to 3q upon 2 pi z square 1 plus r by z square to the power 5 by 2. So this is the equation. So this is for one load. We can calculate it for 4 loads by multiplying it with 4. That means it will be 12q divided by, what is q now? The q is the load, that is 5000 kilonewton, divided by 2 pi, what is Z? Z is the vertical distance, that is 5 meters here. So it will be 5 into 5, 1 plus, what is R? R can be calculated as half of the diagonal of this square. So it will be 2 root 2. You can calculate it easily. It will be 2 root 2 and Z is 5. The square of this and the power is 2.5. So when you will solve it, the sigma will come out as 190.807 kilopascal. So this is the stress increment due to these 4 loads. If there would be any 2 loads present here, it would be the half of this 190.807. So this is how you go for stress distribution questions that are related to Boussinesq's. Now let us move to the second question. The next question says that the vertical stress at point P1 due to the point load Q on the ground surface as shown in the figure, I have drawn the figure, is sigma Z. Now see, there are 2 points. This one is P1 and this one is P2. The stress due to the load Q at point P1 is given as sigma Z. Now according to Boussinesq's equation, the vertical stress at P2 will be, so you are required to calculate the stress at this point P2 with respect to this point. That means you have to calculate the ratio. So let me write this sigma Z as sigma Z P1. You have to calculate sigma Z P2 in terms of sigma Z P1. That means it will be a ratio type question. So let us first calculate what is sigma Z P1. You just have to apply the Boussinesq's equation and it is 3q. Since q is same for both the points, it will be 3q upon 2 pi. Now what is Z in this case? For P1 it is Z. It will be Z square. 1 plus, what is R? R is R in this case. R and Z is Z square and to the power 2.5. That means 5 by 2. Now this is the stress due to the point load Q at point P1. Now you have to calculate the stress due to load Q at point P2. So since Q is same, so it will be 3Q and 2Q. Now Z is Z by 2. So it will be Z by 2 square. Now 1 plus R is R by 2 and Z is Z by 2 square to the power 2.5. Now since it is R by 2 and Z by 2, this 2 and 2 will cancel out, and this term in both the cases will be same. The only difference will be in this particular term, that is, in this case it is Z square, in this case it will be Z square by 4. So when you take this 4 above, it will get something like 3Q over 2 pi Z square 1 plus R by Z square to the power 2.5. What is this? This term. This term is same as this term. That means sigma P2 will be equal to 4 times sigma Z P1. That means the stress will increase by 4 times at point P2 as compared to the point P1. So this is the relation that is required. It is given in one of the options, so you can check out in which option it is given. This is the correct answer for this question. Now moving to the next question. Boussinesq's theory is very simple. You just have to remember this lengthy formula, and the formula is not that typical. When you solve few numericals, it will come into practice. And there is another formula, that is Westergaard. It is also similar to this Boussinesq's formula. Now moving to the next question. The next question says that the vertical stress at some depth below the corner of a 2 meter by 3 meter rectangular footing due to a certain load intensity is 100 kilonewton per meter square. So suppose this is a rectangular plot and this is 2 meters suppose, and suppose this is 3 meters. Let me write it here. This is 3 meters and this is 2 meters. Now the question says that the vertical stress at some depth below the corner, let us suppose that this is the corner, and the stress below this corner is 100 kilonewton per meter square. Now you are asked to calculate the stress at the center of an area, and the area has the dimensions of 4 meter by 6 meter. How can you convert? See, in such type of questions, you have to correlate the data that is given. See, you are asked to calculate the stress at the center of a new plot. The previous plot is of 2 meter by 3 meter and the new plot is of 4 meter by 6 meter. So just imagine how can you convert this plot into a 4 meter by 6 meter plot. It is very simple. You just have to place one more rectangle here. This is 2 meter. This is 3 meter. Again, this is now a 4 meter by 3 meter plot. How can you convert it into a 4 meter by 6 meter? Again, you can place one rectangle here and one rectangle here. This is 3 meter again. This is 2 meter. This is 2 meter and this is 3 meter. Earlier the stress was given for this rectangular diagram and below this particular point. Now it is asking you the vertical stress below the center of this plot, and the center is same as the corner. Now due to one particular load it was 100 kilonewton per meter square. Now due to 4 particular loads it will be 4 times of 100. Since there are 4 stress areas now, so it will be multiplied by 4. It is equal to 400 kilonewton per meter square. So this is how you go for such type of questions. You have to increase your imagination. Now the next question, moving to the next question. The next question is a simple question again. Now it is not based on Boussinesq's anymore. The question says that what is the vertical stress increment due to a circular loaded area of Q equals to 50 kilonewton per meter square and of diameter 10 meter below the center of it at a distance of 2 meters. Now first of all let us draw the diagram. What does the question says? There is a circular loaded area and the intensity of loading that is placed is Q equals to 50 kilonewton per meter square. The diameter of this circle is equal to 10 meters. This distance is 10 meters. Now you are asked that you have to calculate the stress increment at the center of this circle, and the center, the depth of below the center is equal to 2 meters. So it will be a cone shaped area, and you have already studied the stress distribution for this cone shaped area. It is equal to Q 1 minus cos cube alpha. What is alpha here? This is the alpha angle here. Now since you are not given with the alpha, but you can calculate the cos alpha directly. You know what is cos alpha? Cos alpha is always equal to base upon hypotenuse. What is base in this case? The base is equal to 2 meters. And what is hypotenuse? You can calculate the hypotenuse since you are given with the radius and you are also given with the depth. So you can calculate the radius as 5 square plus 2 square and the under root of this. So when you will solve this, you will get cos alpha as 0.37139. So this is the value of cos alpha. Now simply you have to put it in the formula. The Q is given as 50 and you have to take the cube of this, and when you will solve this equation, you will get sigma V as 47.43 kilonewton per meter square. So this is the stress increment due to this circular loaded area. The next question says that a footing 2 meter by 1 meter, it is a rectangular footing of dimension 2 meter by 1 meter, exerts a uniform pressure of 150 kilonewton per meter square. The stress is given as 150 kilopascal on the soil, assuming a load dispersion of 2 vertical is to 1 horizontal. I have already made this dispersion, 2 vertical to 1 horizontal. The average vertical stress at 1 meter below the footing is, see, this is the stress that is exerted on the surface of footing. That is not at any particular depth, that is just on the surface of the footing. Now it is asking you the stress 1 meter below the surface of the footing. Now first of all, see, since the dispersion is given as the trapezoidal dispersion, the area will definitely change. The dispersion area will change. So you will have to calculate the new dispersion area. How will you calculate the new dispersion? See, let us first convert this stress into a load. Let us consider it as a load. How will you convert it into a load? Stress equals to P divided by A. It is equal to 50. So you will convert P as 150 times area. Now what is the area? The footing has an area of 2 by 1. So it will be equal to 300 kilonewton. The load is a 300 kilonewton load. Now you have to calculate the stress at this point. The area is changing but the load is constant. That is the reason that I have calculated load here. The area is changing in both the cases, but since the load is same, you can utilize this load for both the cases. I have taken out the load from this stress. Now I will divide this load by this new. Now I just need to calculate the area and I have to divide that area by this load. So I will get the stress. I have to divide the load by area, sorry. So how will you get the area? The dispersion is given, so you can easily calculate the area. It is given as the depth is 1 meters and the dispersion is 1 horizontal and 2 vertical. So it is 2 vertical and 1 horizontal. 1 is this, so it will be 0.5. Similarly, 1 is this, it will be 0.5. The new width will be 3 meters. Similarly, the another depth, it is a rectangular footing 2 meter by 1 meter. So to calculate the area, you will have to calculate both these, this one and this one. I have calculated this one, it is coming out as 3 meters. Similarly, you can calculate this, the depth is constant, the depth is 1 meters, this will be 0.5, this will be 0.5. So this particular width will be 2 meters. So the new area will be 3 meters by 2 meters. This is A dash and it will be equal to 6 meter square. Now you can calculate the sigma V. It will be equal to 300 divided by 6. So it will be equal to 50 kilonewton per meter square. So this is the required stress at this particular point. Earlier, what was the stress? The stress was 150 kilonewton per meter square. That means as the depth will further increase, the stress will further reduce. And at a point, the stress will tend to almost zero. So this is all about the numericals of stress distribution. Thank you.